Hello, this video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon and my members on YouTube. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation. It's an exercise that I do every morning, a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:45 a.m. on the 11th day of February 2024, date 309 in my countdown to retirement. I make this video every morning to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone, which you can get a copy of from the link down in the description if you like. I also use the time to think about the last 24 hours and how I did with the various challenges and opportunities that I met. I plan for the coming day, and then I prepare myself for death. But before I do any of that, I like to read a poem, and we're going to switch back to Walt Whitman again today. And for in store today is a poem called After the Sea Ship. Here we go. Just a second. After the sea ship. After the sea ship. After the whistling winds. After the white-gray sails taut to their spars and ropes below, a myriad waves hastening, lifting up their necks, tending in ceaseless flow towards the track of the ship. Waves of the ocean bubbling and gurgling, blithely prying. Waves, undulating waves, liquid, uneven, emulous waves, towards that whirling current, laughing and buoyant, with curves, where the great vessel, sailing and tacking, displaced the surface, larger and smaller waves in the spread of the ocean, yearnfully flowing. The wake of the sea ship, after she passes, flashing and frolicking, some under the sun. A motley procession with many a fleck of foam and many fragments, following the stately and rapid ship in the wake following. Ooh, I really like this poem. This is the first of Walt Whitman's poems that really strikes me. That's a beautiful poem. Especially because right now I'm reading this book, Chaos, and it's talking all about the science of chaos and of fractals, and this whole thing of the waves and the foam and the churn and the water and it sounds like Whitman is standing on the stern of the ship, looking as the ship moves on, sailing ship in this case, of course, and looking as the churning wake moves on. No propeller wake, but just the wake of the passing ship, and then the rise and the fall of the sea, and all that is. That's a really good poem. Oh, I love it. I love it. Starting off the day very well in that capacity. It's a good one. All right, let's carry on. Last night and yesterday, how did I do? It was really just an average day. There's all the stuff that I was supposed to do, and the usual ones I missed. I did everything I needed to do, except I didn't manage the money because there wasn't really much to manage. There was something I wanted to do. I wanted to pay off a few things, but I didn't. I didn't work on a book. I've got one more book to ship, and then I didn't work on the bike. I'll promote those to today, and then they'll get promoted to tomorrow because I have other plans today and the work stuff. I did actually do some work yesterday, even though it was Saturday. Move those ahead. As for other than that, did I walk like Stilbo the Stoic yesterday? Yeah, very much so. I was Stilbo in spirit and in stride. I had all my goods with me. Anything else? Oh, yesterday I remarked to Yumiko, I keep track, and she does too now. She has 50 days left of work. I told her, 50 days of work left, and then you're free for the rest of your life, my dear. Talk about a vicarious pleasure. For me, 309 days, a lot more. I can manage it. So we're moving fast on the planning, getting things together. We talked about the logistics of yesterday, of money, how to get money to her effectively. Namely, we talked about how we did it before. When I came over first to come to America, and then she was left behind, and she was working over there at the time, and I wasn't making a lot, but I was mainly supporting them. And it was a funny thing how she told me, I couldn't remember how she accessed money. She told me she went to 7-Eleven and used the ATM card to get it. An awful way to do it because of the fees. Can't believe we did that for so long. I have better mechanism now. But she was very good about managing the money over there. We're going to be fine. It's a good day yesterday. It was a good day. Oh, wow, what a day at the beach, too. I went to the beach and did my swim and my exercise and my calisthenics and my stretching. Good. Anything else? Can't think of anything else. Oh, and I was on the phone with the vet. Yeah, on Saturday. Let's do the good life. There are 8 objectives and 35 principles, that is. The one I'm going to focus on today is called script writing. This principle simply suggests that we can prepare for tricky bits in our life by writing a script ahead of time. For example, I'm going to spend the day with my nephew Parker, and we're going to go out to climb. We're going to take the ropeway to the top of San Gorgonio Peak, and I was script writing earlier contingencies in case the tramway is closed. I could probably just look it up on the website and figure that out, but I didn't do that. We'll just go out and find out. And if the tramway is closed, then I'll have other ideas about what we can do. And I was thinking maybe we could take a desert hike. And we might also go by and look at REI or Bass Pro Shops and look at some outfits. I need to start shopping a little bit for my new image. I'm going to have a new wardrobe and new image when I go to Japan. That's right, all of this clothes is going to go. And I've got 1 or 2 outfits that I'm going to keep that Yumiko helped me to acquire last year before we went to Japan last year that I really like. So I have a couple of contingency plans. Script writing is the principle that suggests that when you're faced with extraneous, non-routine activities, we can model in our mind how we might go through those faced with various contingencies, as I said. It also suggests that we can prepare ourselves for the unexpected. For example, something did happen that was unexpected in that capacity. A scary thing, actually, yesterday. Yumiko and I were doing our usual dog walk, and we have found that the walking environment here in Huntington Beach is not safe at all. We've had so many close calls crossing streets day and night. I don't know why. It's just that people seem to not look. So when we cross streets now, I've got my head on a swivel. My wife is usually walking behind me with Rudy. I'm looking for cars and keeping an eye out and calling out, here comes something, and we move fast to get out of the way. Yesterday we were on near the corner of Main Street and Beach Boulevard, big intersection over there where the Trader Joe's is. And there's this one tricky bit, kind of a corner, the Main Street kind of curves around. And Yumiko and I had the green walk lane, and there's a tricky left turn there. And I'm always careful when we're crossing there that I'm watching for the cars there. And we had finished, made our way through the walkway, and had focused my attention back forward. I wasn't swiveling anymore. There was a red car waiting to make a left turn. Just as I turned my head around, I heard brakes squeal. Turned my head just in time to watch a small black truck collide with that red car that was waiting to make the left turn. They were waiting for us to get through. It was a green light this way. You get what I mean, right? They were waiting for us. This car was over here waiting for us to get through. Yumiko and I got through, and they pushed on through, not seeing the car coming at them. Bam! Hit that black car, watch it spin around, and stop. This is where the contingency comes in. And I walked like Stilbo the Stoic. So I had planned for that. I had said to myself, prepared several times in my mind. I said, okay, if something happens, just be prepared. Hand over the leash to Yumiko and go offer aid. That's exactly what I did. I had script writ in my mind, and it went right into action. And I gave it over to her, handed her the poop bag. I went over the little red car, had an elderly couple in them. They looked shocked. came over. Their front of the car was smashed bad. I noticed they both had their seatbelts on. No airbags deployed. That's good. Maybe the car was too old to have airbags. I looked in. Are you guys okay? I was the first person there. I was the only person that responded. Nobody else came out. Big crowded area. Nobody else came out. Cars in the middle of the street. I went out as I was walking over to them, walking briskly because I'm looking around because traffic is still flowing. Cars are zipping all out. I don't want to get run over. I whipped out my phone and said, Siri, 911. So as I'm walking over and I looked down, I could see Siri engaged. Next thing I know, are you guys okay? And they gave me a yes and got on the phone, 911, emergency, no one's hurt, no one appears to be injured. I could see the other man getting out of the black truck, an elderly man, he wasn't, I would say elderly, probably 68, I don't know, 70, something like that, 70-year-old man. That's elderly. No, police were there in minutes. I stayed behind and explained what I saw, and they passed information, and I gave my information. And that was the result of script writing, because I had told myself repeatedly, each of these intersections that we cross here in Huntington Beach, we're taking our lives into our own hands. Be prepared, Kurt, to act in a deliberate, considered manner, not panicking, ready to dial 911, ready to assess issues, and above all, ready to protect my family from the danger of being pedestrians crossing these busy, scary streets. I told Yumiko afterwards, I said, if we stayed here in Huntington Beach, it would only be a matter of time before we'd likely be struck. We almost watched a woman get run over and killed 2 weeks ago. It's a scary place. So that was script writing. That's a good example, I think. All right, let's do the creed. The 8 objectives are: to always be ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize true limits and true opportunities, to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and lastly, to keep my balance. 35 principles now. Here we go. War, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, nature, pirate ride, maturity, social principle, family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, the feast of Offal, that which must be born, the feast of Offal, distraction, agency and the great indifference, the restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, the season of philosophy? No. The great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the season of philosophy, script writing, bullseye, aim. Did I already do those? The uphill climb. I'm messed up here. All right, the bullseye and the uphill climb, arena utility, nothing is enough, the principle of fun, and being prepared. 34. I knew I missed something. Oh, well, I usually get it right, so 34. As for today, like I said, I'm going to spend the day with my nephew Parker, so I'll finish all this, feed the dogs, feed myself a light breakfast, because I'll have, take Parker out for, we'll get maybe some McDonald's for breakfast or something like that, and then we'll have a nice lunch, and spend the day together. It'll be fun. Oh, I started work on a retirement book, Retiring in Japan, yesterday. That'll be fun. I'll be working on that as I continue this process. I think I'm done. Oh, am I ready for death? 3 questions. Are my affairs in order? Mm-hmm. Are my relationships sound? Is my life's work complete? I'm ready. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.